I've been outside getting money, I'm on my thug again. Tryna stack a little dub, tryna catch a win. And next time I drop a coupe, it's gonna be a twin turbo. Always been a G, but I ain't never been a herb though. Way I'm switching lanes, they should call a nigga swervo.
When you first got picked up, like right from the bike,
Yeah.
and it was like a oh fuck moment, like this is it, like this is what you know are terrified of.
Yeah.
What's their next steps with you? Like put me into that reality.
Yeah. It was kind of funny actually. So I've told this story before. Like it was a Chevy Silverado pickup truck that the unmarked, obviously, that the cops were in, and it was kind of a sweet truck. Like it was brand new. It looked nice. So when they first pulled me and they all get out, guns on, get on the fucking ground. I had headphones in because I was driving a motorcycle, and that's kind of what you do. You listen to music in your helmet because you don't have a radio. So I couldn't hear what they were saying. I'm just yelling, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. And they come and rip me off the bike, throw me on the ground, rip my helmet off, and they're like, oh, he had headphones in. They take all my shit off of me. The first thing they said as soon as they took my helmet off was like, I smell weed.
Really?
And then ripped my backpack off, looked inside it, and that was basically that. They load me in the back of the truck after like taking everything out of my pockets and shit. And as we're driving to the jail, the two cops that were in the car in the front were just talking about how dope the truck was.
What?
The whole time. The guy was like, man, this truck's fucking sweet, man. And I'm sitting in the back pissed. And they're just shooting the shit about how fire this new unmarked truck is.
I thought you were going to be like, they dogged the bounty hunter dude. You know, like sat next to you. And
no, not at all. They were shooting the shit about how fire the truck was.
Really?
And low-key in my head, I had thought, like, this fucking sick unmarked truck. But, like, fuck these guys. They were so, like, nonchalant and casual about what had just happened. And, you know, I was pissed.
So, Pete, they pick you up. They put you in this unmarked car. They're driving you to jail. They've obviously arrested you.
Yeah.
When they pull up to that jail, what's those next steps like in reality?
So at first, I think they take me back to the police station first, maybe, not jail.
Okay.
And they put me in like a holding cell. There's like a little mini, jail area of the police station. They put me in a holding cell. They sent like the detective in the room to talk to me and gave me like this speech of, hey, listen, man, you're in a lot of trouble, but if you cooperate with us and you help us out, we can... I can't make you any promises, but I can talk to the state attorney and, tell him that you helped us, and that'll only make you look better in the long run. And I said, like, okay, thanks, but I think I need a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah.
Would there have been some heat on you if you said yes and you ratted out your superior?
I don't think I was really dealing with anyone that dangerous, but I had known the guy for a long time, and he was always good to me. And I had already kind of made up my mind a long time ago that if I ever got in this position, that wasn't what I was going to do. I wasn't going to tell on anyone, and it almost reinforced it in me, knowing that I had gotten set up in a sting from someone snitching, and how pissed that made me. It was like there was no way I was going to do that to my friend. Like there's just no chance.
So when they bring you to the holding cell and you're now there, do you get your one free call? Are the movies right? What's that next step like?
So the first time going in, I was at the police station, not like the local county jail yet. They did let me make a call. I was supposed to go to work, actually. The first call that I made was to my job to say, hey, I'm not coming to work. I swear to God. I was in my Champs uniform when I was supposed to go work at Champs that morning. I was in my Champs uniform when I got arrested. My mugshot, I'm in my Champs uniform. They let me make a call. I call my boss and say, hey, man, I'm not coming to work. And he was like, why? I was like, I got to tell you another time. And he was like, that's not really cool, man. I'm like, yeah, sorry, it's the best I got. And then I called my sister because I didn't want to call my mom or dad. I called my older sister. She answers the phone.
She's like, hey, what's up? I'm with Mom right now.
I was like, no. Fuck. I called you because I didn't want to tell Mom. But then I just ended up telling him what happened.
Really?
Yep.
When they move you from, the jail to now where they're holding you for a longer period of time, right? Yeah. What is that process like, the first, big boy jail you've been to?
Yeah, so they book you. You go into, the receiving area, I think is what it's called. And at first, they empty your pockets. They take all your property. And they make you walk into a little room with a guard or an officer. And you drop your pants.
Bend over,
you
cough?
Squat and cough.
Wow.
Yep. And then they fingerprint you and shit, put you in the holding cell. Depending on what time of day you get arrested, there may be some other people in the holding cell. That first day that I went in, there was a bunch of people in the holding cell. And there's phones in there. You get like a number. And I think you do just get the one free call at first, and then you have to like put money on your books to be able to continue to make calls. And I remember there was a guy in the holding cell that was like, "Yo, let me get your number. Like, let me use your number to make a call," because he might not have like gotten his number yet or something. You know, you didn't like necessarily get it right away. But I had to just be like, "No, man. Like, sorry, I don't have any money on my phone." And he was like, "No, I'll just do collect call, like, because that's an option too. You can collect call so that the person receiving the call has to pay." And I was just like, "Nah, man, you're not using my number." And thank God it didn't escalate past that. But dude, immediately after getting put in this cell, I like almost get pressed by a dude to use my number to make a phone call. That's a real story.
What?
That's real. The guy looked like fucking Kodak Black.
I might have looked at. What was he? Was he a big boy?
Yeah, tall.
See, I might have looked at him and said, "Listen, here's the deal. I give you this. I want your full protection."
That's not the right thing to do.
I'm El Chapo now.
Nah, that's...
You work for me for this call. How bad do you want the call? And I come in like that. I think I come in like, you don't know who I am because I'm that high up on the rung ladder.
Yeah.
I'm looking for soldiers.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I
like,
respect that thought process.
You ever heard of the Ghost Gang? He'd say, "No." I said, "That's the point."
Yeah.
I run that. I walk into the jail cell and I see someone approaching me. I think, and I know words are going to come out of their mouth.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to say, "What'd you say?" as I walk up to them. Right? So first I catch him off guard. Right? So I see him in his head like forming, let me get this kid's number. Right? Yeah. So before he gets there, I'm going to say, "What you say?" And he's like,
"You know, what? I wasn't going to say nothing."
And I'd be like, "I'm going to punch you right in the fuck." But I'm looking straight, not at him. Right? So the whole time I'm looking straight and I'm saying, "What'd you say?" Still looking into space. "I'm going to punch you right in the fuck."
Yeah.
He's thinking, this dude's a Looney Tune.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? He punches that guy. He's not just the bad guy. He's the mean one.
You hit the disability.
Yeah. So,
okay, that's one angle.
And I think I could sell that.
Yeah, maybe.
You know? So that's how I would be when I go into jail. That, or I would just...
Pretend to be blind.
You a blind guy?
No, I would keep my eyes open, just walk right into him. What the fuck?
That might get you rocked off rip.
What the fuck was that? I'd be like...
What the fuck was that?
Just an officer, sir. Or I think I'm coming in hella gay. And I'm thinking...
It's dangerous, though.
And I want to say... He's walking up to me. I'd say, "I want to suck your dick." You know? And then he's going to do one of two things.
What if he takes you up on the offer?
No one shows their cards that quick. You're in a holding cell sucking dick, there's a problem. You know? So I'm going to say, "Sir, I'll suck your dick." You know?
Sure.
I'll say, "Sir," too. "Sir, I will suck your dick right now." He's going to back away from me. And then because he does, all the other guys are going to be like, "Yo, that's not cool." You know? That would suck, dude. You know, first I get booked for 20 years, and then I go to API, and I'm like, I'm pretty horny. That dude said he'll suck my dick.
Yeah, how long you holding off for before you just let a dude suck your dick?
6 months.
Wow.
You know, I might say, "You drop that soap?" So, Pete, I got to ask the age-old question. Did you ever drop the soap in jail?
Okay. Good question. And my short answer is actually yes. But let me...
30 days, that's a pretty low hit
Let
streak.
me clarify, dude. Okay, so like the showers aren't probably what you imagine or what people think the showers are like in jail. In prison, it might be a different story, but in this county jail, in Leon County Jail, you're not in like a big open showering room where it's just like 20 dudes butt naked bathing together. There's the pod, which is like the open dorm area where everyone we eat our meals there. There's a bunch of tables and chairs. You watch TV there, play cards there. Whenever we're let out of our cell, the pod is where you hang out. the showers are in the open pod area. So there are a shitload of people around you as you shower, but you're in like a private stall.
Mm-hmm.
But the stall door only covers you from like neck to knees.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But, you know, you're covered for the most part.
Yeah.
But you're also like 6 feet away from a guy that's playing cards.
Yeah.
Or watching TV or some shit. So you have your own bar soap that you get in jail once a week. They like, give you a hygiene kit. I'm taking my shower, soaping myself up, and like I said, the door of the stall like doesn't go to the ground. It's open down there. And I did drop the soap, and it slid out and like shot out into the open pod area between all the tables where dudes are like chilling and playing cards and shit. And they all see it. They watch it fucking slide over and stop. And I was like, fuck. I look at them, and one of the dudes gets up. He goes, "Give me your towel." And I handed him my towel. He picked it up and gave it back to me. So it was.
What if that was him saying?
The way he said it, I understood what he was. He didn't want to touch my bar of
Yeah.
soap because maybe it was just in my asshole, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you knew what I meant.
Yeah, no, I get
And so yeah, he wanted to use the towel as a barrier between his hand and the soap. I understood that by the way he asked. It wasn't like a command.
You sure that soap slipped out of that hand? So, Pete, you're telling me I got to ask the age-old question. You know, you're in there, you're a young man, a lot of testosterone. You're in there for 30 days. Probably at that age, it's the longest period of time you've never, right, gone without sex at that point or masturbating. Did you ever get semi-bricked up in the shower in jail?
Nah, because you're showering in the open pod area, like right next to there's like dudes playing cards just outside the stall door where you're showering that you can see, you know, like the stall door only goes up to your chest. So you're looking at a bunch of dudes essentially while you're showering. So no, that wasn't really where my mind was at, but there was one kid in our pod that we knew was stroking it in the shower every time. You could just tell by his mannerisms. And he would stare out into the pod. I think to make himself seem innocent, but it wasn't because you could just see his shoulder going fucking ham, you know? And he would take long showers and frequent. He'd shower like 3 times a day. No one else does that shit, you know? And so no one would use the shower he showered in. There's like 12 showers in the pod. Maybe there's like 8 showers in the pod. No one would use his because we all knew that he was fucking busting nuts inside that shower every day.
So
he would stare at us, bro. He would just be looking over the stall door, like pretending like he's watching TV or something, but just fucking.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, he'd lick his lips and shit, I think.
Peter, I got one question when it comes to showering in jail, right? You had mentioned before, like, it wasn't one big common area with a bunch of naked men, right?
Yeah.
Just walking around. But if it was that, but a 5-star hotel spa, would you rather have that with 35 gentlemen all butt naked around each other, 5 foot in between, but beautiful soaps, nice steamy hot shower, or would you rather have your own little container of a shitty shower?
My own shitty shower.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, for the first thing, the shower in jail like wasn't that bad. Well, I take it back. Like the shower head
It was like a beach shower head?
Yeah, exactly. It was just like a fucking pipe that was sticking out of the wall, so a stream of water just came out. It wasn't like a
Really?
disbursement of water. It was just a stream. But there was a little like fucking DIY hack that guys would do in jail where they would take the toothpaste tube that you'd get every week, and if you had like a corner of a wall in your cell, you could scrape the end of the toothpaste tube against the corner of your wall and essentially like saw through the tube. And then when you get to the shower, that toothpaste tube would fit perfectly over that pipe that stuck out of the wall where the water came from. And then the nozzle of the toothpaste tube was a lot smaller than that pipe was. So then it would like concentrate the stream and like squirt it out. So you had like a little makeshift shower head that you brought with you to the shower every time you showered in jail.
Ain't that something that is so crazy about the intuition in jail? Like
There was a lot of shit like that.
Yeah. Just it really shows how brilliant people are. They just start making stupid decisions.
When you got nothing better to do, you
That's
get creative.
True. Thank you guys for watching whatever this was to you. A laugh, a cry, a hug. Like, that's not possible. I hope it was something to you.
Oh.
And thank you so much for being a part of our family. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
That's like getting money, I'm on my thug again. Tryna stack a little dub, tryna catch a win. And next time I drop a coupe, it's gonna be a twin turbo. Always been a G, but I ain't never been a herb though. Way I'm switching lanes, they should call a nigga Swervo.